Hello and welcome to Darkness Descending presents the North American Amateur Starcraft League. Season number 1, the finals. This is actually the 32 bracket of the Swiss bracket for the finals, between players Alfy, the red Zerg in the bottom right here, and Grez, the the gray Zerg in the top right. So this map is a Delta Quadrant. Obviously it's a little bit larger map. Grez has got the unfortunate position of having of being on the counterclockwise connected side, which means that his natural expansion is really close to Alfy's base. So something like fast Zergling would be able to get there just a little bit quicker than they would be able to get to here, just because of the way the positioning is. So both players looking to Grez rather, already scouting. Alfy following suit, gonna scout as well. So pretty standard stuff. Not too much, of course, we know there won't be too much for us to be able to do or see what they're going to do until a little bit later, of course. So both players did put down the spawning pool shortly after have the gas, so most likely not going to see some sort of crazy roach play, and that seems to be kind of typical with Zerg. Usually you want to get started with your Zerglings first, just because it's kind of easy for one Zerg to overwhelm the other Zerg player with Zerglings if you just let them get to a level that a certain number of Zerglings. In case we do have an evolution chamber up from Alfy. He was trying to do the block of the gas, but he didn't get it exactly in the right place, so it's not really doing that much in terms of slowing down the gas production. What it does do, though, is it leaves a building there that once killed will spawn out some of those little broodlings, which can do some damage. More than anything else, just kind of an annoyance. So Grez has found Alfy's base. He sees that Alfy does not have a expansion. He did take, whoops, sorry, wrong view. Okay, so he did see that Alfy does not have the expansion, and that he is getting the gas, but not much else other than that so far. So Grez is going for the Roach Warren. Has those two Zerglings out just to kind of keep any scouts at bay. Alfy kind of started a little bit too late, a little bit early there, and it allows Grez to get his Zergling away, which will heal up to full in no time. So, looks like both players are going to be going for roaches. Alfy is making use of the creep tumor. Grez is pretty much just straight up making use of the larva. This is an important thing to note, is that creep tumors are, of course, exceptionally important to Zerg. But I think that on the Zerg versus Zerg game, it's not quite as important to have early creep tumors, because when you put creep tumors up for you, it also speeds up the enemy's units. So it's kind of a double-edged sword there. So better to spend all your energy on making more drones there. So Grez is just a little bit behind on drones, but nothing significant. Just pumping out those roaches. So he does have that thing, the evolution chamber here, so we can see that Grez is going for an upgrade, but he doesn't see, and actually that was perfect placement by Grez. He doesn't see that Roach Warren, so he's not. It may not be necessarily true that, or rather, Alfy may not know that Grez has or is going for roaches. So both players looking for using a single base tactic. Now you see what Grez is doing here? This is extraordinarily important to note, and a very good play by him until, of course, he moved out, is that if you are Zerg and you're going and you don't know if the opponent is getting speedlings or not, if you're going primarily roaches, blocking off the ramp with 3 straight across will make sure that no Zerglings get past you, and also will minimize the damage they will take and allow your roaches to actually kill off that large number of Zerglings that comes at you. Right here, if we had speedlings, it's within the realm of possibility that they could get past, go into those mineral gatherers, and cause a lot of damage. Alright, so it looks like we have a possible fight a brewing. Here comes Alfy. Grez is aware of it, or should be aware of it. He does still have his ramp relatively blocked off pretty well. He's going to move back just a little bit just to make Alfy take that choke. Alfy sees that there's nothing really can do, and backs off. So both players playing a little defensive, playing a little safe. We'll see what Grez does here. He does have the movement speed, or is getting the movement speed upgrade. So the nice thing with the creep tumors, of course, is that you do get that sight that does help you with being able to see as much of the board as you possibly can. So Alfy is going to go for his natural expansion and just kind of hold on to this ramp. I would like to see him, or what I think he should be doing is perhaps moving these forces to closer to here, so you create that nice curve. So if anyone tries to come up the ramp, they'll be getting hit by as many roaches as possible. But you know, he's just holding off, I think, in this point to try to make sure that no speedlings get pie. But if you're going to do that, you might as well instead just have 3